Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. In this video, I am going to start functions. Let us discuss about quadratic function. Let me write the standard form of quadratic function. F of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Mainly in this video, we are just discussing about the basic knowledge about quadratic function. Here, a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term, that is the number without x. When you sketch the graph of quadratic function, it is known as parabola. Basically, we have two types of parabola. The first one has concave up shape. That is this one. Concave up shape. We can get this shape if a is positive. That is the coefficient of x square is positive. That is a greater than 0. A is positive. The sign of a, you have to check it. If a is positive, when you draw, you will get this graph. And this graph has a minimum turning point. See here. And this is concave up shape. Concave up or open up. Now we can call it different names, that concave up or open up. That's how it is. Now the other one has concave down shape. That is like this. Concave down shape. How do you know a concave up shape graph? Looking at a, that if a is negative, that is less than 0. A means the coefficient of x square, the number with x square. Is negative means when you draw the graph, you will get a graph like this. Is it clear? And it has maximum turning point. You can see that turning point, the maximum point is the turning point here. It is up there. So concave down shape has maximum turning point. Concave up shape has minimum turning point. Look at this parabola, that is a concave up one. Okay, now here we are discussing increasing and decreasing portion of parabola. Look from left to right. You can see that graph is moving down. See, that portion graph is decreasing, and at the turning point graph is neither decreasing nor increasing. After the turning point, graph started increasing. So this is how we can identify increasing and decreasing portion. Similarly, when it comes to concave down parabola, when you look at from left to right, graph is increasing first. Graph is increased. We can see that if I put arrows, the arrows is pointing upwards means it is increasing. Then at turning point, neither increasing nor decreasing. That is why its name is a stationary point. We will call turning point sometimes stationary point, means at that point graph is neither increasing nor decreasing. Then after that, what happened? Graph started decreasing. You see that? So this is an increasing and decreasing portion of both concave up and concave down parabola. Sometimes you will get a question, find the x values where the graph is increasing or decreasing. So what you have to do, just go to the, identify the portion first where graph is increasing and decreasing, then go to the x-axis and get the interval on that increasing and decreasing portion. Okay, now look at the domain and the range of a parabola. What do you mean by domain? Domain means all the x values on this graph. If you look at all the points on this graph, just take the x values together, known as domain. For that, look at the width of the graph. So the starting point and the finishing point of graph we cannot identify because this graph is going upwards continuously. You know that. So starting point is just we can't identify. So the x value of the starting point, we consider that it is minus infinity. And then the x value of the finishing point is plus infinity, because when it goes upwards, this graph becomes wider and wider. So the x values, when you read it, it is going towards minus infinity starting. Then see the x values. X values we are reading from the x-axis. See, I am just taking all the points and looking at, see, it is going towards infinity. You see that one? All the x values starting from minus infinity to infinity. So we can write like this. All the parabola, whether it is concave up or concave down, the domain is starting from minus infinity to plus infinity. You can write it like this, or you can write it minus infinity less than x less than infinity. The infinity side, if you go with the bracket form, you have to put the open bracket, whether it is minus infinity or plus infinity. Then another one more notation is also there. We can write like this: x element of real number, that is all the real values from the x-axis. So any one of this, we can either this one or this one or this one. All of them will get the mark. Okay, I like writing with the brackets. So is it clear? That is the domain. Now when it comes to range, look at these two graphs. I'm going to find the range of each graph starting from concave up. A range is the height. You have to think about the height, the vertical height of the graph. Then read the values from the y-axis. Range is all the y values of the graph. So when you look at the height, go to the first graph, the minimum point is turning point. You know that. So the bottom y value is what? Is q. That is the y value of the turning point. Then top point we cannot find because the graph is moving upwards continuously. I mean going upwards, isn't it? So it is q to infinity. The graph is covering all the y values starting from q to infinity. Here the minimum point is q, then the maximum minimum y value is q, then maximum y value is infinity, because this graph is going continuously upwards. So the range, how do you get it? All the y values. Remember, range is y values. So you have to go to the y-axis, not x-axis. Okay, the height, that is starting from q to infinity, always smallest to biggest. That's how you have to write. The smallest one is q, and you have to use the closed bracket because q is also part of the graph. So you have to use closed bracket, then positive infinity. Same thing you can write like this also: y greater than or equal to q. Or we can write it q less than or equal to y, then less than infinity. It's clear. Any one of these you can write. Clear. Now coming to concave down. Look at here. The minimum, the bottom value is what? Minus, because this graph is going downwards. So it is covering the y values from minus infinity to up until where? To q, isn't it? So here in this type of, that is concave down, range is y element. Starting value is minus, smallest minus infinity up until q, close to bracket. You see that one? So the range, when it comes to range, you have to look at the graph, the shape of the graph, then find range. But when it comes to domain, for a parabola, if concave up or concave down, same domain. But range, you have to check accordingly. Is it clear? Okay, here I'm going to show you how to sketch a parabola. Okay, so the main equation is given: f of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 24. That is a standard form, and all a, b, c are there. So for sketching a parabola, not we are going to sketch approximately, not accurately. So we are not using any table method. So for sketching a parabola, we need three things. That is x-intercept, y-intercept, and turning point. Let me start with the x-intercepts. How do you get x-intercept? In all the graphs, one method, what is that? Make y 0. Here you can use either quadratic formula or factorizing method. So let me factorize this one. So y is equal to 0. this become, let me open two brackets with the x, that is x. Then I have to look for two numbers. When you multiply, answer is minus 24. When you add the very same two numbers, it should be minus 2. So the answer is minus 6 plus 4. So I factorized this one. Now we can find the x value. Take each factor and equate to 0. That is x minus 6 is equal to 0. That is x is equal to positive 6. Or x plus 4 is equal to 0. That is x is equal to minus 4. So I got it, the x-intercepts. Clear? Now I'm moving to y-intercept. How do you get y-intercept? Put x0. That is y is equal to 0 square minus 2 times 0 minus 24. So the answer is minus 24. Is clear? So minus 24 is the y-intercept. Now coming to turning point. Turning point, how do you find the x value of turning point? We are using a formula, that is x is equal to minus b over 2a. We can use this formula only to parabola. Okay, when it comes to a cubic graph turning point, how do you get it? Differentiate and equate to 0. That method we are applying, because in grade 12 we are studying that. Even that method we can apply it here. So let me go with this one, that is x is equal to minus b is minus 2 divided by 2 times 1. So when you simplify this one, you will get 1. Is it clear? That is the x value. Same x value we can get it. I am using the other method, that is differentiate and equate to 0. That is dy by dx. You can choose any one of this. dy by dx is 2x minus 2 and equate to 0. That is 2x is equal to 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2 divided by 2. Answer is 1. Did you see that? The same value you got it. So you can use either minus b by 2a or differentiate and equate to 0. So we got x value. Now how do you get to y value? Substitute this one in the main function, x value, isn't it? That is y is equal to 1 square minus 2 times 1 minus 24. When you simplify this one, you will get minus 25. So the turning point is x value 1, y value minus 25. See, we got it, the requirements for drawing parabola. Now I'm going to draw the parabola. See, you can see here I draw what the x-axis and the y-axis. Now I have to plot the x-intercept. That is 6 minus 4. 6 is somewhere here. And minus 4 is somewhere here. Minus 4. Now y-intercept is minus 24 down here, somewhere here, minus 24. We are drawing approximately. Then turning point is 1. That is somewhere here, that is, then minus 25 is down of minus 24. So the turning point is somewhere here. You get it. Clear. Now we can draw the graph. Already we know that this one is concave up. How do you know that? Look at the coefficient of x square, the sign is positive 1, right? So we already know that it is concave up. Now we can draw the graph. So it has to come cross the x-axis at minus 4, then y-axis at minus 24, then there is a turning point, then it is going upwards, crossing again x-axis at 6. See, we are done. This is the parabola, and indicate the turning point, that is 1 minus 25. That is very important. When you draw a parabola or a cubic graph, you have to indicate the turning point. Is it clear? This is how we are drawing. So 3 things are needed: x-intercept, y-intercept and turning point. Is it clear? Okay guys, now coming to a very important question. Finding the equation of parabola if graph is given. See, I'm going to use the graph that I just drew now, the very same graph. And here 2 cases are there. First case, if x-intercepts, you can see that minus 4 and 6, both are given, x-intercepts are given, and 1 more point on the graph. Most of the cases that other point is y-intercept. We know that that point is 0 minus 24. See, here, my y-intercept is minus 24. So how do you find the equation of this graph? We are using the formula y is equal to a times x minus x1 and x minus x2, where x1 and x2 are the x-intercept. Clear. So how do you find the equation of this parabola? So just substitute first the x-intercepts. Let me write the formula once again. Y is equal to a times x minus x1 is the first x-intercept. I am writing minus 4. So minus 4 is plus 4. Then x minus x2 is 6. That is x2 minus x2 is 6. See, I substituted x-intercepts. See, so the equation become like this. So I am finding the equation of this parabola. Now what is stopping me? The value of a. If I know a, then open the bracket, you will get the answer. For finding this a, we are using the next point, any one point apart from x-intercepts. What is here? Y-intercept is there. So let me write it in coordinate form, that is 0, minus 24. So for only finding a, we are using this point. So we can substitute, because this is the point on this graph. We can substitute. So y value become minus 24 is equal to x bracket. X value becomes 0 plus 4. Then next bracket also we can see a x. We can put 0 there, minus 6. Now we can solve and find the value of a. That is minus 24 is equal to a. Here is what? 4. Then next bracket minus 6. That is minus 24 is equal to a times minus 24, isn't it? Therefore, a is equal to, divide both sides, minus 24. That is minus 24 divided by minus 24. We got what? 1. See, we got the value a is 1. Now what you have to do is, you have to go back here. Then substitute, replace a with the 1. You will get the answer. So it become y is equal to a is 1 now. We got it by using the other point. Then x plus 4, then x minus 6. When you open it, you will get the equation of this parabola. That is y is equal to x times x square. Then x times minus 6, minus 6x. Then 4 times x, 4x. Then 4 times minus 6, minus 24. That is y is equal to x square, these are the like terms, is going to be minus 2x, then minus 24. See, we got the equation. So here, what is given? X-intercepts and one more point, isn't it? So this is how we are finding the equation of parabola. It is very important. Okay, you must understand this. Now one more case is also there that we are going to do it now. See, this is the next case, turning point and one more point. Here also the other point is I am using the y-intercept. This is the another case, and we are using this formula. Y is equal to a times x minus p all square plus q, where pq is the turning point. And the method is same like the previous one. Substitute the turning point and then substitute y-intercept to find a. Then open the bracket, you can get the equation. I will show you. Let me substitute the turning point. What is the turning point here? 1 and minus 25. Let me substitute that one in the place of p and q. So the equation become y is equal to a times x minus 1 all square plus q. That is q is minus 25. So minus 25. Do you see that? Now I have to look for a, because a is the only unknown there, isn't it? For that I am using the y-intercept, that is 0, then minus 24. Let me substitute in the equation, that is y become minus 24 is equal to a, inside x becomes 0 minus 1 all square minus 25. Is clear? That is minus 24 is equal to 8 times minus 1 all square minus 25. Let me send minus 25 this side, that is minus 24 plus 25 is equal to 8 times 1, right? Therefore, a is equal to minus 24 plus 25 is 1. See, we got the value of a. Now you have to go back here and substitute a there. That is y is equal to a is 1 times x minus 1 all square. Let me open the bracket. Let me square the bracket. So it's going to be x square minus 2x plus 1. I opened that one. Then minus 25 is there outside the bracket. Now it's going to be what? x square minus 2x plus 1 minus 25 is minus 24. See the very same equation we got it. I used the same graph in both cases. You see that one. So these two cases are very important. This type of questions are there. So if a parabola graph is given and you are asked to find the equation, what you have to do is check the graph and think what is given. Sometimes turning point and y-intercept are given, or sometimes x-intercepts and y-intercepts are given. So choose the correct formula, substitute and find the equation. Is it clear? So I am stopping this video here. In my next video under function, we will discuss one question from parabola. So wait for it. Until that time, bye bye.